Well, hello everyone, this is Cesar. Today we are going to learn Dust in the Wind, Kansas 1977, a fantastic piece to practice your finger picking. Basic finger picking pattern that is going to be the backbone for many finger picking songs out there other than Dust in the Wind. One of my viewers requested it, so here you are. That's for you and for you all, okay? A couple of things. I have several lessons, finger picking lessons in my channel, from very simple ones to really advanced ones, like Never Going Back Again. I think I'm going to put the link there. It's a complicated one with a lot of views. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break the song in parts, in several parts. First, we will learn the chords, and then we will learn the right hand. So you are going to have close-ups of the right hand, and for the chords you are going to have also the diagrams for the chords. It's the same system we followed in the lesson of Shape of My Heart. Here I'm going to put a link there with a lot of views too, thank you. And I think we are going to have fun, and we are going to learn a very interesting finger picking pattern that is going to really help us playing many other different songs. So let's get started. Okay, so we are going to start with the intro. I'm going to play it for you, and then I'm going to break it down for you. You are going to see the right hand in one of the corners of the screen. Just focus now on the left hand, on the chords. We are going to explain the right hand later with a bigger screen so you can follow what I'm doing with the finger picking. For the moment, let's focus on the chords. The intro goes like this. Okay, and now let's break down the chords. So the first chord you are going to need is a C major. Then you are gonna release your index, so it's a C major 7. Then you are going to add the pinky at the second string, so it's a C add 9. And then a C major again. Then the change comes here, we go to an A sus 2. Now put the pinky at the 3rd fret at the 5th string, and then it's an A sus 4. A minor, A sus 2 again. Then coming back to C, lands in C at 9. C, C major 7, C at 9, A minor, A sus 2, A sus 4, and A minor, okay? And that's the entire cycle at the intro. Then it has a very small turnaround, which is very simple. You can do it in a very simple way. If you fret the C major, you just pluck the 2nd and the 5th string. Then you pluck again 2nd and 5th string, but with this fingering. And then it lands in C. And it continues, okay? So that's the introduction. Now we are going to focus on the right hand, and we are going to learn the pattern for the finger picking. You are going to see now the right hand in a bigger screen. So what I'm going to ask you is to stay in C major, like if your left hand was nailed to the fretboard, okay? And focus totally on the right hand. And we are going to learn the finger picking pattern, right? In general terms, every time we do finger picking, our thumb is going to take care of the lower strings, the 6th, the 5th, and the 4th, and then our index finger is going to take care of the third string, our mid finger of the second, and our ring finger of the first string, right? That's a general rule. We are going to break it only once during the song, and you will see in a minute, okay? The idea is the next one. With that rule of thumb, the pattern that we are going to do is this one. It's a relatively simple pattern. Listen. The idea is that you're going to pluck with your thumb and with your middle finger, the fifth and the second string. Then thumb at the fourth, then index at the third, thumb at the fifth, with your middle finger at the second, thumb at the fourth, and with your index at the third. Okay? Very simple. You gotta practice this very slowly, very slowly. And then you are going to gain speed, and it's going to give you the feeling of the continuous bass, because the thumb will be alternating strings. There are other teachers in YouTube that are teaching this kind of starting with the thumb, alternating the thumb. I much rather prefer to do it like this, and then when you gain speed, you will get the sound of the continuous bass, right? Move. Very slowly. And this is the finger picking pattern. We are going to do a couple of variations using our ring finger a little bit later in the song, but this is everything there is to the finger picking pattern. And now we are going to apply it to the chord changes. Look. And if we do it at real speed, very good. So now let's learn the chords of the verse. We are going to break down the verse in two parts. Part 1. Remember that we come from this turnaround. Okay? Okay, he does this in the introduction. It's the same round of chords twice, right? Let's now learn the chords quickly, and then we will go to the right hand, which is exactly the same that we have learned in the first part, just getting in play with the ring finger a couple of times. So the chords are a C major, a G, that I like to do it like this. Okay, you will see that some teachers do this. What I do is I like it better. And then an A minor. We go to G again, major. And then this is a D minor 7. You have the diagram on the screen, okay? And then A minor again. You see? Let's learn the right hand. So the pattern with the right hand, now you see it bigger in the screen, is exactly the same than before. The same. But now I like to play the first string with my ring finger. When we are gonna break that rule, the rule of the thumb with the lower 3 strings and assigning these higher strings to these fingers, because when we go to the D minor 7, look what I'm gonna do. And I do it because I'm treating the 3rd string like one of the lower strings here, right? So again. And then landing in A minor. It comes naturally to you when you practice the finger picking pattern. Look at the right hand. I'm going to do it very slowly, starting with the turnaround. You will see that the change is going to come naturally to you once you have practiced the routine once and again and again and again, okay? Forget about the hammer sound that I'm doing. This is something that it will come to you. Once you have practiced the routine, okay? Again. Okay? And now we are going to do the second part of the verse, right? Coming from the A minor. And going back to the first part of the verse, okay? Coming from the A minor, what he does is this, right? What they do is this, which is a D major with an F sharp on the bass, with the thumb. But I don't like the way of fretting this chord, probably because, you know, coming from my background in classical guitar. So what I do is, coming from the A minor, I fret this like this. You have the shape on the screen, which is a D with an F sharp on the bass. Then they go to G major, A minor, A minor with a G on the bass, again the D with the F sharp on the bass, G major, A minor. Those are the chords. Now, let's look at the right hand. It's very simple. I'm gonna do it very slowly. Going to the first part of the verse, right? If you play it at speed, it would be like this. And then to the first part of the verse. Again, if you don't like this way of fretting the D with the F sharp on the bass, do it this way. I simply don't like it. I much rather prefer this chord. And now we go to the part of the, we call it bridge, the part with the violins, right? The part that sounds like this. Back to the intro, right? Let's break down, because it's very simple. It sounds much more complicated than it is. It is really very simple. Now, you're gonna go and put this position on your fretboard. Which basically, you have the shape there on the screen. Would be an A minor at 9, yes, I mean for the people who really like complicating their lives with the names of the chords, A minor at 9, yes. You have the shape there, right? Then we change the shape to this, okay? And my advice is fret it like this, with the pinky at the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and you will see why, okay? So, okay, again, this A minor at 9, then this one, which would be a G over A, then take the position 2 frets down the fretboard, and then you get, I think is an F over A, yes, and then add your mid finger at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and only during one turn, right? I'm slowing down. I'm back to okay. Let me give you a better perspective of those chords. This is the first position. Now we move it, and I recommend you to use your pinky. Now 2 frets down. And now what we are going to do is with your middle finger on the 3rd fret 2nd string, right? Is adding your middle finger to the 3rd fret 2nd string. And those are the positions. Now let's look at the right hand. Very simple pattern, exactly the same done at the beginning of the song and during the entire song, and even staying at the same strings. So let's do it slowly. Comes back to the intro. When you do it at speed, it sounds great. To the intro, right? Well, now everything that is left is the outro, the part where he goes dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind, dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind, and fades, right? The chords, you have already learned them. You have already learned the finger pattern too. So I'm gonna just play it and I'm gonna put the chords on the screen. Then it fades. Okay? Well, I hope you have enjoyed the video. What is what you need to practice in this song? In my opinion, two things. First, the finger picking pattern, of course. It is simple. Once you get used to the mechanics, you will be able to apply it to many songs. The second one is the changes between the chords and coordinating your right hand with the finger picking and the left hand in the changes with the chords. Okay? See you very soon in my next one, and up to that moment, please play your guitars, have fun, and be good. Bye.